What's up everybody, my name is Dominique and I make monthly videos about being a digital nomad. Today I'm in Curacao. Bon dia, bon dia. That means good morning in their native language, which is Papiamento. Okay, quick side note guys, just track along with me. So I had never heard about Curacao before I was invited to come and to report on this island, and their native language, Papiamento, is probably one of the most beautiful languages that I have ever heard. It's a mix of Spanish, Dutch, it's a mix of like English and Papiamento. So it's Spanish, Dutch, English, and Papiamento, and it's like this beautiful mixture of languages and the history of Curacao, and just everything I've been learning this week has been completely new to me, which is just why I love traveling, because you learn so many new things, and you literally learn just so much about the world and people and how to relate. But bon dia, that is good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know if it's morning where you're watching this, but noche, if it's nighttime, that means you know, good night or whatever. So bon dia, bon noche. I can't think of the word for good afternoon off the top of my head, but wherever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. Excited you're gonna take some time to watch this. Thank you. But this video is gonna be super fun, so I'm gonna take you guys. So I'm here on the island doing a ton of amazing things, and I kind of just want to show you guys what the, not necessarily like behind the scenes of a work trip is, but really just kind of to show you guys kind of what I did for the week, and to give you some useful information for what you can do if you ever decide to visit the island. So I'm going to break this video up into just like 3 valuable parts, like what to do if you ever want to come to Curacao. What the heck is there to do on this island? Because I've been to some islands and I've just been like, it's okay. But when I tell y'all that Curacao literally surprised me in the most beautiful way possible, like I do not want to leave this island. And so I'm gonna tell you guys what to do. Then I'm gonna tell you guys where to stay. I'm actually at my hotel right now. It's this little bottom area. I'll make sure to, you know, overlap some videos and clips. The ocean is like right there. It's like this oceanfront view, dream, all the things, you know. And so I'm gonna tell you guys where to stay. And then lastly, what you wanna know, what I wanna know, where do we eat? What are we eating? Because if you on vacation, I only go on vacation to eat. Like, I'm just a foodie traveler. Like, I am hashtag foodie traveler, hashtag somebody can get my budget, because all I do is eat. And so I'm gonna tell you guys some really great places that you can eat and experience on this island. So let's get started. So I actually have, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have a whole like cute little agenda here. So I'm just gonna kind of walk through this because I don't have it memorized, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys like just the names and everything properly. But definitely after you're done watching this video, if you were like, I need more information, like what, click the link in the description. I'm gonna link the article that I wrote for the Daily Beast in the description box below, and so that article will then go into tons of more detail with my reporting and my experience and things that I was able to see and do on the island. So make sure you click that. Okay, so let's see. I arrived on Saturday, blah 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 blah. My airport experience, y'all. Bam. Y'all, it was my airport experience. This video is about my airport experience, but they lost my bag. I didn't have a bag for 2 days, so you know that always happens when you're traveling. Gotta roll with the punches. But I had never lost a check. Like, that has never happened to me before, and so I was literally on the phone with the airline like, where's my bag? And it took them like 2 days to get here, so it was a bit of an inconvenient start. And definitely I want to talk about when you guys are coming to Curacao. Really, I had a few issues with like my COVID form. So you actually need like a PLC. So you have to like fill this thing out online, and then they're supposed to email you like a PLC form. I never received the PLC form. So then when I got to the airline, they was like, where's your PLC form? And I was like, I don't know, what's happening? Like, I was so scared. I was so scared. I was just like, oh, this is so confusing. So really like triple check these Pandora boxes requirements that we have out here, okay? and do all the things that you need to do for that, because I was literally at the airport for maybe like an extra hour trying to get through customs because I didn't have this PLC form, and then I have to get the form, and then it's all on the internet, and the internet wasn't working, so it was like a whole situationship. So just make sure that you guys are always like triple checking these things, because I was a bit confused, honestly. Okay, so anywho, after all the airport stuff, we got back to the hotel, we got cute, and we went out for the night. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
That was one of the ladies who stayed in the hotel. And so the first place we went, I'm gonna save the food till the end, you guys, because that's a whole experience in itself. So the first night we just went for dinner, we went for drinks. Okay, now this next morning, the next morning we went to, it was called a lot of this stuff I really don't want to mispronounce, but you should go, and I'm gonna put the name here. But it was this herb garden that I went to, and I'm gonna, you know, overlap it with some cool videos so you guys can see. So we went to this herb garden that was like so massive, so green, and it literally every plant, and it was kind of also like a wellness center. Like the woman who owns it was this beautiful woman named Dina, and she I wish this whole video could just be about her, because I really love when I travel, just like meeting different women and like hearing their stories and just soaking up all their wisdom. Like, it's so good. But so Dina has this whole like herb garden that she started, like her son works for her, so I thought that was super beautiful and generational. But so anyway, she started this garden, has been around for like probably more than a few decades. And I remember when she first started, because it's a wellness garden, people go to her like if you have a headache, if you have an earache, if your stomach is upset, she'll go and like give you like, she'll just, you know, heal you through the plants. And like she, you know, like nature is our medicine, and so she was just telling me all of that stuff. And she was even saying like a story when she first started over, you know, a few decades ago. They were like, she was like, yeah, the hospitals and the people, like, they didn't believe in me, but I just kept going anyway, because she really believed in, like, because I think nowadays we're like, ooh, holistic healing, but like 30 years ago, y'all, that was not a thing. Like, what? And so just even when she was starting out, she really had to like believe in like the mission and everything that she was doing to keep going. And now she has this beautiful garden, and like people from the community come there. She teaches like kids lessons there. So I was able to tour that garden with her. And everything. Even I think I have a video of like this huge well that they said that they built by hand. If you could imagine like digging a well by hand, like back in that time period, like insane. And then she had this other, okay, quick little funny story. So she was telling me about how they would like, so there's like these cacti, like these cactuses, and you have to like get the root of the cactus down, so then you could cut the cactus open and then make this type of like soup out of it that is like super healing. And so she had like these two sticks, and she was like, the stick represents a man and the stick represents a woman, and a man leads and the woman supports, and they work and they like do this like they pull it down together or whatever. And then so she handed me the sticks and was like, okay, now you try. And I'm like literally like clamping, like can't work together with nothing to save my life, you know. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this, but I just thought that's like symbolically that she was like, this is how, you know, nature works, like men and women working together and supporting each other. Like, it was very beautiful. But I was struggling the whole time trying to do it, and then she comes up and it's like it's just like wisdom, like just and like she's like so effortlessly like doing this task and like working together, and I wasn't, because I was struggling. But we did that. And then she just kind of told me all about her whole upbringing, and then I think I have a clip of her like healing this plant through like song. I know some of y'all really like to talk to y'all plants. I don't talk to my plants. Good morning. I don't talk to my plants. I'm not a plant mom or anything, but she was like singing this tune, and what she was saying was, God of nature, heal our plants, heal our plants. And so I just thought that was so beautiful. And then she also told me about just like the history of trees and how we should listen to trees, which I also thought was really beautiful and prophetic for personal things in my own life. But y'all need to go to this herb garden. I'll put her name right here, somewhere in the editing process. Her name will be, click on that. And if you're in there, book a tour to go and meet her. Oh, and then I ended up buying so many stuff. So then she had like loose leaf teas, body oils. I bought some hair oil, you know, some natural organic hair oil. I did all the things. So make sure you go there. And then after that, we went to a aloe vera plant. Y'all already know the benefits of aloe vera. So we went, I've actually never been to like an actual, or knew that they grew on plantations. So we actually went to a whole aloe vera plantation where it was just acres and acres and acres of aloe vera. And they kind of walked us through a tour of how they harvest it and crop it and do all of those things with aloe vera. Blah, 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 blah. Came back to the hotel. Okay, so then the next day, y'all. Okay, so then we went to Halo Cave.
All right, hello everybody. So we are at Halo Cave. Oh, she's scared. So right now we are at Halo Cave, but I have to climb up 50 steps to get there. Okay, people are coming. I was like, because I'm with a whole little group, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, so right now we're at Halo Cave, and I can't wait to show you guys the inside. Peace.
This is now day 2. So if you're ever, so Halo Cave was like a cool experience. I don't like caves. Like I've done a few, I don't know why everybody's always booking these cave tours. I think they're really cool and interesting, but what I realized is that like I'll be in a cave for like 20 minutes and then I'm like, okay, I'm done, like get me out of here. Like I feel very claustrophobic. I remember if you go back and watch my tiny house video, me and my cousin Leia went on a cave and they tried to keep us in that cave for like 2 hours and we were like, yeah, it's time to go. But anywho, we went to Halo Cave, which I thought was really interesting just because of like the history of it. So Curacao, not obviously, but Curacao had slavery, and like the purpose of it was so interesting. So they told me that the purpose of history in Curacao, so Curacao didn't have like slaves like they did in America, like picking cotton or, you know, working on a product. They might have, the only thing they might have harvested here is like salt. So they have a lot of salt flats. So if they were like doing something, it was with salt. But the purpose of slavery, so Curacao was like a hub. So the slaves would come here, they would train them, they would, you know, feed them, they would get them fit just so then they could go and sell them to other places. They would sell them to the Americas, they would sell them to Colombia, they would sell them to other places. But they didn't really have like slaves on plantations here. It was kind of like the slaves came, they got fit, they, you know, they did whatever they could to make them like the best, and then they would then sell them off. So it was just kind of like a main port. And then if they were like working in the field, they were like harvesting salt. I don't even know if harvesting salt is the right language for that, but they were like, you know, working with salt or whatever. And so Halo Cave, just like the cool, well not cool, but the interesting history behind that is that that is just a cave that like slaves would go to hide. And they would go there to try to escape. And I wasn't able to take you're not allowed to take a lot of videos in there, so I didn't get too much video content, but they kind of like, throughout the tour would show you like, this is where the slaves were and this is what they did, and they could like just tell, and they kind of have it like preserved for where they would, excuse me, for where they were like hiding. So I thought that was like something that was just, that I didn't know that was interesting to learn about. Because like Halo Cave is right here, and then the plantation you can see was kind of high above, so they kind of showed us like the route that the slaves had to take to get to the cave, and then all the things. So I can show you guys some of that, but otherwise, other than that cool history, I'm like, okay, it's a cave, get me out of here. Like I get scared, and then be like all bats and stuff. Woo. But my favorite thing, so Curacao is also divided up into, we have like the inner, not the inner city, but like the city, the downtown, like all the things, and then you have the west side of the island, which is the countryside of the island, which is what I love, because I feel like anytime when I'm traveling, I'm just like, just take me to the country, take me to the open roads. Like I just want to see nature and land and beauty, and so you get all of that on the west side of the island. And so there was a beach that I got to visit, so I'm gonna put the photo of the beaches here, and then I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll list them, I don't know, but there were like so many hidden beaches, y'all. That was the whole thing. Actually read the article, because I'm gonna list all the hidden beaches in the article. So so there were all these hidden beaches. You're just on like these windy roads, like they're kind of rustic, and then you get to these beautiful beaches. But yeah, here's a clip of me at one of the beaches.
All right, hey guys.
What's up?
So Dali just told me to prepare my camera for this entrance into the beach. So
grand entrance to Playa Canepa. That's one of the most famous beaches here on the island. Just wait and see. You see the color of the water? My God, you're gonna fall in love.
we're gonna fall in love.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm about to flip my camera so you guys can see. Alright, hey guys, Dominique here. As you know, I make videos about being a digital nomad, and right now we are on the beach. So it's day 3, day 2. I can't really keep up with the days, y'all, but it's day 2 or 3 of this press tour, and this is one of the hidden beaches that I'm gonna be writing about. Literally, to even get here, it took maybe like 40 minutes. I don't know what the audio of this video is gonna sound like with the waves crashing, but it probably took like 40 minutes to get here from like the downtown area where my hotel is. It's literally a hidden exclusive beach. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna put the name of it somewhere on this screen, but we took like all these winding roads and then it kind of opened into this beautiness of a beach. But yeah, it was, I would say, a process to get to paradise. And I'll be here until so I'm gonna hang out on this beach for a minute and I'll be here, and then I have lunch, and then I don't know what's next on the agenda, but yeah, so on the beach and then lunch. So can't wait to show you guys the rest of Curacao.
I hope you enjoyed that little clip. But sometimes there's just too much on my schedule with some of these work trips, so I want to do everything, but I can't do everything. So I'm like reading this, and I was supposed to do a coconut oil workshop. I'm sure it's great. I didn't get to do that, but you know, I personally don't even like it. I use coconut oil for my skin. I don't use it for my hair anymore because I have learned that it doesn't work for my hair. But there was a coconut oil workshop. So these are just some of the fun things that you guys can do, that you can see. My favorite thing was probably just that beach day that I showed you, like just hanging out on the west side. And then one way, if you want to do the inner city, a great way to do the inner city is by biking. And so we were able to do the little motorized bikes. Woo, woo. Like those were so much fun. And then my tour guide, his name was Kurt, he knew everything, okay? And so me and him were just like really connecting, because also when I travel, it's like I want to see like I don't always want to see like the hotel strip that you westernized and built. Like I want to go into like neighborhoods. I want to meet with people. I want to just see all of the things that make up Curacao, whether they be beautiful or not so beautiful. Like I think they all come together to make a beautiful island, you know. And so he was able to take me just through some real neighborhoods on these motorized scooters, and was just telling me all about the history. And then there was like this cool little wall on the side of a building. I think I have a video of that too, and it says it's like an encouraging type wall, and it was like, what do you want to do before you die? And then you could like pick up a piece of chalk and like go write yours in there. I think we're about 10 minutes into this video, so if you're watching, tell me in the comments, what do you want to do before you die? And I'll show you guys what I wrote over this clip. So I just wrote live free, which has a lot of meaning to me personally, but I would love to know what you guys want to do before you die. So tell me that in the comments. So yeah, so that's a great way to see the city. And then also, not only were we on these motorized scooters, there's bridges, there's lights, there's art. If y'all have not seen from these videos how colorful of a city this island is, like literally like escape the winter, come here, get all your vitamin D, get all your happiness, because seasonal depression in the States is a no-no for Dominique, okay? And so art everywhere. Like all of these murals were so beautiful, painted by mostly local people that live here. And so I just walk and look at the art. Like it's so beautiful. Now we're gonna transition into talking about the food. And y'all know when girls get food, we like to do a happy dance. Hey. So I have so many clips of the food here, and I actually, in order, like I can't like go through every single name of food that I ate. I'm just gonna show you guys the pictures, and maybe like I'll just add their title there. But the food was so good. My favorite thing was a place called Xanabar. Xanabar, baby. It gave me all the vibes, okay? And so at Xanabar, it was giving me all the vibes, and they had lamb pizza. I have never heard of lamb pizza in my life. If you've heard of lamb pizza, please let me know where you live in this fancy life at, because I've never heard of lamb pizza. And so that was probably like my favorite meal, was definitely the lamb pizza. And off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of like another restaurant that I thought was really like, because Xanabar kind of just like blew me away with how cute it was. Oh, and then every restaurant here is like an oceanfront view, so I loved that as well. There was, oh, this one, it's called I can't pronounce it. Nutawig. It's Nutwintig. That place, like cutting this into pieces, and this lovely man stopped me and tell him what you told me.
Okay, this is one by the mousse, and the consistency is the black layer on the outside is the thin layer of dark chocolate.
This chocolate?
It's dark chocolate. In between, you have a mousse of tomato, anchovies, capers, olives, and some
And what's
fresh,
amazing.
herbs.
Okay, so he said chocolate, olives, capers,
Anchovies.
and whatever.
It's
okay.
it's explosion.
Okay, and this is the proper way to eat it. I was doing it wrong, so we do it right. Okay. Oh wow.
This type of reaction we want them to know.
Wow. Yes. It's, you really can't explain it.
No.
That's why I told you.
What's the name of that?
Okay, so the name is
What's the next guy? And it's like just always served as like an appetizer or? Okay, interesting.
the reason why it's served as an appetizer because it's something that it needs to be cold, because as soon as it gets to your mouth, it will melt. So you cannot serve it in big portions, as otherwise it will melt off on the whole plate.
Yeah.
And this, like when I tell you that server was like the nicest man ever, he really was. And so that was like another fancy restaurant that if you're in Curacao, you have to make sure you get the tables in the front by the ocean and have your night out, girl. Okay, have your night out. But yeah, I'm just gonna play probably like clips of food or something, I don't know, but the food is good. I go into more details about food in the article, so just make sure you read that as well. And then where to stay, like you're on this beautiful island, where is there to stay? So I'm currently staying at Curacao Hotel. I'll insert in some pictures, and I've never stayed in like a hotel bed and breakfast before, but it was really cute. My favorite thing was just this little I'm obviously pointing, but you can't see it, but I'll do a clip or something. It's just oceanfront, so I've never stayed in like an oceanfront view hotel, so just waking up every morning and then walking and having the ocean be right there was definitely healing and magical. But yeah, so I'm at Terra Boutique Hotel. They had breakfast in these cute little carts every morning that they would bring you. The staff was super personable. There's also a pool right here if you want. I don't know why you would want to go in this pool and not just the ocean, but if there's a pool, if you want to go to the pool too, do you boo boo. But yeah, it was super cute for what it is. And so then there's also, so I'm at Terra Boutique Hotel, and along this strip I think are just like a ton of like boutique bed and breakfasts. If you're not into the bed and breakfast vibe, then there's but there's this area, and it's escaping my mind. It's either called the High Rise or the Highlands. I'll put it here somewhere, but that's just kind of like their hotel area where like everything is. And I saw like beautiful, not even like hotels, but like vacation rentals, probably Airbnbs, like beautiful houses. So you can also check out that area too if you're looking for something you know, like 5-star. There's that. Oh, and then one little bonus thing that I got to do, guys, was swim with dolphins. That totally escaped my mind. I had never swum with dolphins a day in my life. But since I've been traveling, I've been really into like water activities, like just doing things that I would never do, surfing, jet skiing, and now we're swimming with dolphins, you know? And so yeah, make sure you go, and the staff there was like super amazing, and so make sure you go and swim with dolphins, and I'll insert in some cool little pictures of me doing that. That's just like a fun little like bucket list thing to do here. And I learned that they actually have, so the whole water aquarium area, you know, where you swim with dolphins, and then they had like this underwater tunnel that I went through that was like super cool, that I wish I could have had just spent the night in. But they have dolphin therapy. I have also never heard of dolphin therapy, but I think Curacao is really also known, like people come from all over the world just to do dolphin therapy, and it's for special needs children. And I just thought that was so beautiful and like interesting. I was like, wow, I've never heard of dolphin therapy, so you should go look into that so you guys can go see what that is too. But yeah, that was my week here in Curacao. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would honestly give this, I've been to a few islands before. I don't want to like name them and compare them, but like this island is definitely like my, because there have been some islands that I'm like, I don't need to go back. Like it's cool, it's chill, it's just not for me. Curacao, baby, this island is for me. And I think it's really beautiful that Curacao, like the word itself, it means cure for the heart. And I had a really hard week prior to this, you know, just regular life, and I feel like just being here for the whole week and experiencing how nice the people were, the ocean, the view, it was literally like the cure for it was the cure that my heart needed, okay? So I think that was super fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Peace.